Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. This video is Bring On Bright Colors. It's going to talk about how to add bright colors to what you wear. I know some are frightened by that, but by watching this video, it should ease some of that fear, plus give you some tips on how to go about it when you feel flustered. This video can be a guide for adding bright colors. Not just bright colors. I like to think of it as a guide for doing both bright or bold colors. First, you want to pick the color. Think of color as a spectrum. You have to decide if you want to be on the warmer side or the cooler side. Warm colors are like red, yellow, orange. Cooler colors are like blue and purple. So like an aqua blue would be on the cooler side of that color spectrum. Thinking of color on a spectrum in that way helps you to visualize the different types of color. Like you can say I want blue, but there's so many different kinds of blues. You got aqua blue, you got navy blue, you got royal blue. Like it goes on and on. So this helps you to narrow that color choice. Step 2, sort of, because it could be done during step 1, but it's technically in its own lane, so we're going to call it step 2. This is where you decide if you want to have specific characteristics within what you wear. Meaning, do you want that color to be a neon color? Do you want that color to have some shine and some sparkle to it, like you would get if you were to wear something with sequin, or even soft like a pastel? You can begin to think about what kind of elements you want that color to have. Once you get comfortable with color, you can try to add a different variation, try a new variation, just experiment some until you find what you like the most. I know that determining what variation you like the most can be a little bit overwhelming. So what I would say is pick one and stick with it. I'm not saying stick with it forever. I'm saying stick with it for that day. So if you say, I'm going to wear neon pink today, make sure that you add neon pink into whatever you're wearing. Remember, nothing's set in stone. Like, you can try one thing one day, not like it, and try something new the next. Third step is to determine how much color. A single pop of color in a few places, or the entire look. Here I'm talking about a singular pop of color, a few places where that same color is, or the entire look is that same color. Yes, mixing and matching is a thing, but here we're just talking about adding color into what you wear, not mixing and matching. These are my tips to make adding color easier. The first tip is layer starting with a solid color or neutral base. You can tell in this image that the dress and the shoes are the neutral base. That's where this look started, and then you add on the additional pieces. This is a practical example with items from my closet. The shirt underneath would be the neutral, and then the blazer would be the color that was added. Use an already created set and add simple elements is the next tip. This keeps things super simple because you're allowing the creator of the set to become a part of your decision on what you're going to wear, and all you have to think about is simple elements like a white t-shirt. This tip reminds me of a phrase that I use. It's not a fashion phrase or a fashion term. It's just what comes to mind with things like this. And it's matchy because items are either identical or nearly identical, and then they're put together. This is the practical example from my closet for this tip. These two pieces came together. I also want to state that it doesn't always have to be athletic wear. It can be other items that can be paired together that are identical or nearly identical. It just doesn't always have to be something within athletics. Think of a suit. That is still a matching set. When I say suit, I mean like a suit jacket with the dress pants, not a tracksuit. Leave it all up to the accessories you choose. I think this is a common way of adding color, using jewelry, hats, scarves, ties, shoes. Yes, I consider shoes an accessory. I know some don't, but to me, shoes are an accessory just as a hat is an accessory. I can think of 2 ways to apply this tip, either in a single place as a pop of color or in 2 or 3 places, such as your shoes, your tie, and your belt. This is the practical example for leaving it all up to the accessories you choose. It's the same top from earlier, but now it has a lavender scarf. You could do something in the reverse with this as well. You could decide to make the scarf more neutral and let the shirt be the pop of color.